good, man. It's all good.
But we gonna move on. We gotta move on. You know, we all kind of be keeping it stagnant with the grading, but we gotta talk about the expectations from a Mike McCarthy ran offense, or as Dak and them calling it down there, the Texas coast.
Yep.
And I see you got Dak, you got the jersey on, you got him in the background. So I'm gonna start with you, Big O, or Big O Prescott, as they want to call him.
Yeah, that's what my man Vaughn called me. But the Texas Coast offense, I think the Texas Coast offense is going to be a little bit better for Dak, whereas though Dak can make quicker decisions. He won't have the ball in his hand too long. You get what I'm saying? And you know, all our receivers is running all those go routes and all those different type of West Coast routes, and I really have a feeling our offense is going to be cool. I don't think we're going to lose a step with the loss of Kellen Moore. I think we're going to, you know, keep everything at a float and, you know, everything's going to be cool. That's what I think.
Mark?
I'm on a spectrum with Mike McCarthy. And here's why. Because everybody like to say, oh, Mike McCarthy's he's a run heavy coordinator. He was a run heavy head coach. But in actuality, that wasn't Mike McCarthy. I'm going to give you some of Mike McCarthy averages since 2000 when he came in the league as an OC with the New Orleans Saints. In 22 years, Mike McCarthy only finished top 15 in rushing attempts 9 times. He only finished 4 times in top 10 in yards in 22 years. 4 times in touchdowns. We go to his passing stats. Top 15, 13 times in 22 years. Passing yards, top 15, 15 times, 22 years. Top 10 in touchdowns, 14 times, 22 years. And this is with the quarterbacks of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. I'm not saying Dak is an Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. But then when I go back to his rushing offense, I look at the running backs he had. He had a very young Ricky Williams for 1 year. He had Amon Green, Ryan Grant, Brandon Jacobs, Eddie Lacy, Jamal Williams, and Aaron Jones. None of those names stand out as a top premier running back besides Ricky Williams. Out of the rest of the running backs I named, only 2 of those running backs gave him multiple 1,000-yard seasons. So my expectations for Mike McCarthy's offense is he's getting ready to turn Dak into a new game managing quarterback. He's going to run the ball when the ball needs to be ran. He's going to bore you to sleep with his passing game. And then Dak's going to pop with a flashy play, highlights, and run the score up. Those are my expectations. Follow the system. Turn Dak into a game manager. Bore teams to sleep with our offense. And boom, you get a great quarterback out of Dak Prescott.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Man, I don't like the fact that you said the word game manager because they're going to clip that up and run with it. You already know that's what they've been trying to call this man for a minute. But
well, see, here's the thing, though. I didn't say game manager. I said new game manager. And what I mean by new game manager, he won't be your typical game manager. This is going to be your game manager that's going to bore you to sleep and not keep you sleep. He's going to bore you to sleep. As soon as he feel you sleep, splash play, splash play, splash play. And that's how our offense is going to be ran this
year. So you say it's like a Floyd fight.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. A little bit of all defense and a little bit of offense when it's needed. Okay. So I'm glad you read those stats off about McCarthy because a lot of people were like, Kellen Moore went to the Chargers and now you all are just he gonna show y'all that it wasn't him. He gonna show y'all. And I keep telling people, Kellen Moore really wasn't that bad of an offensive coordinator. He just got stagnant. That's all it was. And he didn't have the experience when it came to like winning big games. You can't go up against the 49ers twice in the playoffs and run the same scheme. Like, come on, man. You can play that all you want. But Kellen Moore 4 seasons, he had the number 2 offensive rank. The NFL, yeah, what 391 net yards per game, averaging over 28 points per game. That's a big hill right there. Is McCarthy gonna give us 28 points per game? Do you think that's the threshold we need? Or are we gonna listen to what Michael Parsons was saying on the pivot, where he said he want to hold teams to under 10 points? He want that Ravens defense where he putting a battery in his back to say, look, we gotta go win it. So for me, what I'm expecting from the Texas coast is, Worm, you stole it. That's it. I just want Dak to get under that threshold of like 23 to 26 attempts per game. You know, this is a lot of debates that we had last year, but we need to scale it back because you also got to think we made the playoffs with only one number one receiver. You got to think CeeDee Lamb was our only receiver that could get open last year. Noah Brown had times, but at the end of the day, you add a Brandon Cooks to that. Now you got an extra weapon. We do lose Zeke in the backfield, but you got a little extra burst with Tony Pollard and now what's my man Deuce Vaughn, because now you kind of gotta you can maneuver some things a little bit, and those option routes are gone. So now the receivers don't got to think as much when they're like sitting down and then they're like, should I go left? Should I go right? Interception, because now Dak is getting pressured. So the quick passes, that's there. Also, I'm surprised you didn't say this, man. They letting Dak take full control of the offense. So remember those years, Romo last 2 years? And you can go back and listen to a couple of wide receivers. They'll say it in some interviews. They'll be like, look, man, Romo would just get to the line and just do a signal. And we good. And his pre-snap was so good that he'll lure the defense in. He'd be like, all right, I know what they in. So I want you to go here. I want you to go there. So now, I don't even want to say it's Mike McCarthy's running offense. I'm going to say it's Dak running offense. So my expectations is be on the lookout. That's all I'm going to say.
Bruh.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a Dak ran offense, y'all know how I feel about Dak, man. If it's gonna be a Dak ran offense, he got to be better. He got to be better in certain situations.
I feel you.
Turnovers was a killer, but you know, speaking on Dak and turnovers, I don't understand why he's the poster boy for interceptions. You know what I'm saying? In his first 7 years, what is 66, 68 interceptions? Did we call Tom Brady poster boy for interceptions in his first 7 years? 72 interceptions. Did we call Drew Brees the poster boy for interceptions? First 7 years, 82 interceptions. Pipe down on the Dak Prescott's the poster boy for interceptions.
Hey, look, Eli Manning, come on now, led the league in interceptions back-to-back years. But you know, at the end of the day, if you got the star on the helmet, that's when they want to call out. That's when the stats come out. That's when everybody turned into ESPN with the random stats. No one has kicked a field goal in 30-degree weather till this day. I'm like, what? When did this even happen? When did stuff start happening? Remember last year? What was it? Was it the year before last? Because we're in the new season. When Trayvon was giving up all them yards, I don't hear about it no more. Your boy Josh Allen leading the league in turnovers, not just interceptions, fumbles and everything. But at the end of the day, let Dak throw a pick in training camp. Now everybody like, he's still at it. He's still at it.
Facts.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Look, man.
He gonna cut him down. I ain't worried. I'm a big Dak supporter, man. He gonna cut him down.
I mean, he definitely gonna cut him down with Mike McCarthy at the helm of the offense. Like I said, Mike McCarthy is gonna know when to throw the ball, when to run the ball. And you know, speaking of Deuce Vaughn, man, it's a guy you left out, Tomo. He showed flashes last year. Malik Davis.
Oh, that's how you.
So now you on Malik Davis now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he showed flashes last year, but he didn't get the play time that he deserved because, again, we had Tony Pollard and we had Zeke. You cut that out, and now you give him a little time because Deuce Vaughn ain't coming in to run that rock like that, man. It's going to be Tony Pollard and Malik Davis. Deuce Vaughn is going to be that extension to the run game with all those quick screens here and there.
What about Rico, though? Because right now on this,
I'm not high on him, man.
They got him number 2.
Yeah, but I'm not high on him though.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really follow too much tape on Rico, so you know.
I mean, Rico Dow, he always starting the offseason off as you know that top back behind our 2 starters.
Okay.
Exactly.
And he falls
training camp
every preseason. You see it. He falls. He's not that guy. It's Malik Davis. That's the guy to watch out for coming out that backfield.
And also think about it like this. Think about it like this. Rico Dowdle, I think he had a stint with the Eagles. Like they had signed him, and you see how they use their running back. So if he couldn't make the field in the rotation that they had, that right there kind of gives you a little bit of like what's going on. Also, I want to. Michael Gallup. I want to ask y'all about him right quick before we go into the schedule. Like, how y'all feeling about Gallup being back?
100% healthy. He about to turn up.
Same here.
That's all that need to be said.
Michael Gallup about to do it, man.
Man, we knew this was gonna happen, man. Can't even get through a segment without the
before
cat.
he got hurt, Michael Gallup was close to 1,000-yard receiver. Before he got hurt.
Was Michael Gallup on our team? Don't answer that. Now we're gonna go into this schedule, man. We're gonna shake the world up a little bit. Let me bring this up.
Before we go into the schedule, I mean, they do call that man